This is RFG back at it today, and today I'm presenting somebody to everyone watching. A very good friend of mine goes by the name of Doss. He has an upcoming YouTube channel which is going to be called Millennial Minds, and we're going to go over some very important topics and subjects that's going to help everybody out there become more aware. How to become more financially literate. Because that's one thing our generation, the people who are about 22 to 35, like, that generation born from 83 to 95, we really, most of us really weren't taught, proper financial literacy. And that's one thing that this dude, I believe, he specializes in. So, I think it's going to be very important for us to save and acquire the proper amount of finances before the election of 2020, because with all the turmoil that this country is facing towards the future, it's going to be very imperative that we know when and where to invest our money, so we could have something to rely on in case of a economic financial tragedy. So I'm just gonna ask Doss here, what are the top 5 things that you would say is stopping our generation from, mastering financial literacy?
Well, honestly, in general, I think it's just you have so many opportunities to spend money. There's so many things every day. You look around, you see something, you're gonna want it.
Yeah.
Every time you turn on TV, you see the glitz, the glam.
Yep.
We don't live in a day anymore where you rip your pants or something like that, and you got your mom to patch it up or something like that. Everything's about getting the latest, getting the greatest, and
Keeping up with the Joneses.
pretty much.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And it's a real negative. It's a real negative holding most of us back.
Yeah.
It makes it really difficult for us to save. So that's kind of why I lean more so on the automated side of things.
Okay.
Automated saving, automatically having something taken out of your account.
Okay.
Automatic investing, and doing it that way. I always say, like, if we pay taxes every month, every paycheck, a piece of our check's taken out.
That's true.
We don't even ask any questions about it. You know what I mean? Until tax return time, really. So I say, if we don't ask any questions then, if we're automatically investing, automatically saving, why we ask any questions then?
Exactly.
It just makes it a lot easier.
Yep. And a lot of times, with our generation, most of us have been psychologically conditioned and programmed, to buy what we think is the next best thing, or what's in style, what's cool, what's the norm. But like I say on my channel, that's it's all part of the program that's been set up, to keep us in a dependent state.
Definitely.
But I'm gonna be having a lot more information regarding financial literacy in the future. So if anybody has any questions on where to get expert information in regards to investing and saving, you could just go check out Doss's YouTube channel. It's going to be called Millennial Minds, and that's going to be Millennial Minds with a Z.
Yeah, Z at the end. You want to ask any additional questions or anything? You got me here, man. You might
Okay.
as well.
Yeah. Most definitely. What would you say is the number one efficient method of investing money? And when I say that, I'm talking about anything pertaining to $500 and more.
Well, honestly, man, I'd say when I first started investing and started getting into this whole thing, I remember I communicated with you, man. That was like 7 years ago. And honestly, I didn't really make much of a profit. I lost money here and there trying to pretty much be the young black Wolf of Wall Street, man. And I didn't have Wolf of Wall Street money, and I still don't. But if you take 500, let's say, for example, and you say, hey, I'm gonna go buy some Microsoft stock or something like that.
Yeah.
The fact that you know I got 500 in Microsoft and tomorrow it jumps up 5%, that's going to make you want to touch that money.
Exactly.
Like, you know, if it jumps 5%, you might be like, man, I just made $25.
Yep.
You know what I mean? That's easy money. So, I mean, it can kind of hinder people by doing things that way. That's why I kind of don't recommend doing it that way.
Okay.
And when I say automatic investing, like a drip fund or something like that, that's going to take money out of your account every month automatically.
Now, are there particular companies that you can sign up for that do that? Or does it just have to be with the employer themselves?
Well, honestly, a lot of employers aren't going to use a drip fund. That's something you're going to have to enroll yourself in.
Okay.
But personally, I use ComputerShare and I use AST Financial.
Okay.
And those companies are going to kind of have agreements with other companies to allow people to invest in their funds. Every company is not going to have a drip fund or a certain fund that you can invest in.
Yeah.
But for the most part, a lot of them do.
Okay.
So yeah, I really recommend ComputerShare and AST, and go ahead and diversify. Don't stick with one fund. Don't just say, hey, I like Amazon. Amazon's popping right now, so I'm gonna get Amazon.
Yeah.
Get some Amazon. Get some whatever you're interested in. I'm not sure if you promote any of this, but like a lot of the hemp and the marijuana stocks right now are
they're booming.
Booming, man.
You know what I'm saying? It's not the marijuana that I tell people, you know what I'm saying, to purchase, but it's, you know, if you're looking to make a significant amount of finances in a short period of time, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's a big opportunity that shouldn't pass up.
Yeah, and just like anything in the conscious community, don't just buy something because someone says buy it. Do your research.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? If you just say, hey, Amazon's popping, but you find out Amazon just made a bad deal with another company, yeah, Amazon's a big name, but some of these companies, man, they do stupid shit sometimes. Excuse me.
No, you good.
I mean, with that being said, do your research. Like he always says, like the chosen one always says, do your research. Don't just buy something just because it's popping right now.
Yeah.
Go ahead and do your research, and you know, whatever you feel comfortable with, go ahead and go with that. And I would also say, don't look for the quick buck. You know what I mean? If you're putting money in there and you need that money, don't put it in there.
Exactly.
If it's money that you expect on having for a long time and possibly handing out to your kids or using it for your retirement or using it for, you know, a future investment or a business endeavor or some entrepreneurship or some other opportunities, that's why you want to invest that money.
Exactly.
But if you need that money, if you know, if rent's due next month and you're like, man, I need that, then you don't need to invest that.
Nope.
You know what I mean? Just like anything, man, those transactions, it costs you money.
Yep.
$5 here, $10 here, man, that starts adding up. Yeah. So if it costs $5 to put it in and you just leave it in, then that's the best way to go. And that's another thing. I know I'm backtracking, but those drip funds, that's another benefit. I mean, you might not pay $5. You might not pay anything for that transaction until you withdraw it. And
yeah.
Even when you withdraw it, it's pennies compared to a lot of these Scottrade and E-Trade accounts and all that stuff that they promote.
Okay. And now that you mentioned those companies, which would you say are the top 3 most reliable companies to invest with?
What do you mean by reliable?
Less chance of like losing everything.
I mean, a lot of people ask that, and honestly, there's always a chance that you could lose your money.
Yeah.
But if you look over the historic data and you see that the stock market has constantly grown between 8 and 10% if you average it out.
Yeah.
I mean, like we had a conversation the other day. If you look at how the market dropped in like 2008, if those people would have kept their money in their accounts and their retirement funds, it would have bounced back.
Okay.
So, I mean, you can lose your money, but it's very unlikely that you'll lose your money going with a dependable company.
I see.
So, me personally, right now, my top stocks are Microsoft, WWE, and Tilray.
Okay.
Tilray is, I believe, it's a marijuana stock based out of Canada.
So you said Microsoft, WWE, and Tilray.
Yeah.
Okay.
And a lot of people sleep on the WWE thing. Like, oh, you know, I'm not like a big wrestler fan, but they don't look at the other side. Like, man, they're really big into entertainment right now.
Yeah.
Like, man, they backed a lot of movies and.
Okay. I didn't even know that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, like every time you see a John Cena movie or something like that, man. Yeah.
People buy,
man. So.
Yep. That's some real innovative thinking right there.
Right.
Yeah, that's some real good stuff because, you know, a lot of people in our generation, you know, we were taught how to basically live for today. You know what I'm saying? Get all the pleasures, get all the luxuries, and, you know, live for the now. And, you know, if you really understand, you know, with this guy right here, what he promotes and what he teaches, you'll understand how to prepare, you know what I'm saying, to better yourself and your loved ones for tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? Very, very important because I feel, you know, and a lot of people have criticized me for this, but I feel that in between 2020 and 2024, we're all going to see a situation pop off in this country where the United States dollar loses its value significantly. And, you know, I want my subscribers to just be able to have the information to prepare, know what's coming, and know where to properly, you know, invest your money so you could have what you need in a time like that, you know.
Definitely.
You know, but yeah, it was definitely good information, good pieces of information. This is only part 1, ladies and gentlemen. There's going to be 2 more parts, okay? So be on the lookout for that. Like I said, I appreciate Doss for showing up, giving some very important information. We're going to get into a lot of things that hinder, you know what I'm saying, our generation and our children from, you know, becoming better people and saving what they need to save to become, you know, financially literate. Okay, so with all that being said, you know, I appreciate everybody who tuned in. Like I said, go subscribe to Millennial Mindz. That's Millennial Mindz with a Z. All right. Peace and love, everybody.
Peace and love. Thanks
for
having me, man.
Yep, most definitely.